Yo, what up, what up? Um, I wanted to make this video real quick. I wanted to make this video real quick to speak about gang stalking. You know, I don't really like making too many videos about it. I honestly just don't even really like thinking about it. I don't even like thinking about gang stalking. I don't like watching videos about it. But the truth is that this is something that's real, you know? It's not something that is just in your head. It's not something that's just in your head, you know? It's not just in your head. You're not just making it up. And I was just thinking about how gang stalking gang stalking is just one example of how demonic this system actually is. Right? Gang stalking is just one example. There's other examples too, but gang stalking is just one example of how demonic, how covert, right? Because it's covert, how covertly demonic the system actually is, bro. And all these organizations actually are. And when I say organizations, I mean I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the FBI. I'm talking about all those organizations, bro. I don't want to get into all of them because there's too many to name. There's too many to actually name. You know what I mean? Like it's like an endless list. It's an endless list when it comes down to it. The letter combinations to describe these places. But ultimately, I really believe that these are the organizations that you know, spearhead this kind of shit. You know, I'm sure the military is also involved, and especially when you think about what's the name of that shit? Directed energy weapons. I don't know exactly what that is, but I know it's something that's used. And I was thinking about that. An example of that is Stranger Things. I don't know if you've seen Stranger Things, but in the last season, it's kind of like what they were using on Elle. What they were using on Elle to stop her powers. It was like this weird, fuck. It was like a weird kind of equipment that, when directed at her, discombobulated her essentially, so that she could not process, you know. And that's kind of what it is. They send this kind of shit to you to fuck with your brain, bro, to fuck with your mind, so that you can't think straight, you can't process straight, you know. You get headaches out of nowhere, bro. And this has not happened as much to me per se, but I've heard about it with other targeted individuals, in terms of how they've experienced this as well. Like, all of a sudden they just got headaches, they got migraines, like, and it doesn't go away. And that's kind of what I'm saying. And I think a lot of it too is just the technology itself. Like, staring at a screen for so long, that's inevitably that's gonna give you a headache, you know. So I think a lot of it too is just the lifestyles that we live, you know. And it's like, I think also the more sensitive you are, right, the more aware you are, the more sensitive you are, the more you're going to be affected by modern life, just because modern life has become so toxic, you know. And everyone's affected, bro. When it comes down to it, everyone is affected by modern life. There isn't a single person that's not affected in some way, shape, or form by modern life, because it's toxic. You know, it's not really designed in a way to what's it called, so that you can be at a high vibration, you know. It's not designed like that. It's designed to keep you low. It's designed to keep you in a lower state of consciousness. And that's part of what gang stalking is too. Gang stalking is weaponized against people who are very, very high vibrational. They're very high vibrational. You have very high awareness. You're very conscious, and you're willing to speak about it. You know what I mean? Like, you're willing to speak about it. You're willing to, at the very least, like, make videos. You're willing to speak to people about it. I don't do that as much anymore. I don't speak to people as much anymore, just because, not about this kind of stuff. I don't speak to people that much, period. But when it comes to this kind of shit, especially just because I realize now that so many people are just, they're bots. Like, in terms of their thinking, I don't want to say they're bots like they're robots, you know what I mean? But they're bots in the sense of their thinking. You know, they're bots and they're NPCs in the sense of how they process. They don't process for themselves, you know. They will project craziness onto you. They will project insanity onto you, which is why I don't speak about these things. I'm careful with who I speak to about these things. I'm mindful of who I speak to about these things. Especially gang stalking, bro, because that one's just, to the average person who does not experience this, is going to come off like you're a whack job. It's going to come off like you're just a complete and utter whack job. Like you need mental professional help or some shit like that. And that's how it's going to come off. That's how it's going to come off to the average human being, bro. And to the average person who's just kind of in the system. You know, they're just in the system and they're not experiencing anything like this. So how could they possibly know? It's one of those things, right? It's like, how could they possibly know if they're not experiencing this? But yeah, it's just one example, man. It's one example of just how fucked society truly is. It's an example of how fucked society truly is when you have people being harassed on a meticulous level. And believe me when I say, bro, it's meticulous. It's organized. It's fucking like they're on their shit. You got to give them credit where credit is due. These people, whoever it is that runs this program and runs this shit, you know, they're on their shit. Like they have this shit, bro. They have this shit where like they know, you know what I mean? They know how to track you. They know how to fuck with you. They know who to send your way to agitate you. And ultimately, that's another thing that they want to do, bro, is they want to keep you in like a state of agitation where you're just always agitated with the environment you're in, if that makes sense, you know? Keep you in a state of constant fucking agitation, low vibration. Like, it's so fucked. It's so fucked. It's actually so fucked. Yeah. And there are ways to defeat it, you know, and I find one of the best ways to defeat it is by staying healthy. I know it sounds simple, but just by staying healthy. Staying sober is another one, bro. Like, the more healthy and the more sober-minded you are, the easier it's gonna be to combat the techniques that this Matrix and the gang stalking program uses to try to fuck with you. You know what I mean? It's, if you can be at a high enough vibration, it actually doesn't affect you that much when it comes to gang stalking, you know, and even like just the NPCs and the bots, you know, you don't feel as agitated by them. But when you're in a low vibration, when you're like in pain, when you're sick, when it's just in that low vibration, it can be very, that's when it can really fuck with you. And that's when it can really feel like, it's affecting you on a physical level. You feel yourself even getting more sick. You feel your spirit like dying. You know what I mean? It's a weird feeling. Being at this 9 to 5, you feel like your spirit is dying, and it's like you can feel it, bro. Like if you're a real person and you got a spirit and you got a soul, you can feel, there's like times in the day where like, oh my God, it literally feels like my spirit is dying, bro. It feels like my spirit is dying, and it's like, it becomes a fight. At that point, it becomes a spiritual fight where it's like, I have to do everything in my power to, despite being in this negative ass environment, just a negative ass environment, bro, low vibrational ass fucking environment, bro. Despite being in this shit, I have to fucking try my best to not let my spirit fucking die. Literally, I have to just try my best. A lot of that is in the breath. A lot of that is in your posture. A lot of that is in how you carry yourself. It's in the strength of your spirit. You know, if you got a strong spirit, you can manage it. It's in how you take care of yourself outside of the 9 to 5 will affect how well you're able to combat the toxicity at these 9 to 5s. If it's too toxic, just quit. You know, that's what I'm gonna say. If it's too toxic, don't even try to put up with it, because you're gonna go crazy. You know, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get sick physically. You're gonna get sick physically, and then it's gonna get even worse. So just quit. Find a better job. You know, not every job is the same. That is something that I'll say is not every job is the same. Some jobs are more toxic than others, like for sure. But when you're a targeted person, bro, when you're targeted, when you're a light bearer, they like to say that, right? You're a light bearer, you carry a lot of light, you're naturally going to attract a lot of fucking just toxic, negative ass people, bro. Unfortunately, it's the way that it is. It's like magnetism. It's the law of attraction. Opposites attract. And you will attract some good people too. I'm not going to say I haven't come across good people, you know, but it's just hard, you know. It's hard when you've been through this shit. You know, you have like that PTSD. You have that PTSD in your mind where you really can't even trust people fully, you know, because you're afraid like this person might turn on you. You know, all of a sudden this person might be activated. You know, they might get activated and all of a sudden like they go against you. They switch up on you out of nowhere. You know, it's really fucked, bro. That's why I really, especially in these 9 to 5s, I try not to get too close to people. Even the people who I kind of like. You know, it's like there's that thing in the back of my mind, in my gut, that's telling me like it's better if you don't trust them. It's better if you don't trust them. Like, it's better if you don't really trust these people, because just remember where you are and remember who you are and remember what you're going through and what you've already been through and what it showed me on a personal level. And yeah, and I don't know, man. I've said this before in past videos, how I feel as though gangstalking is an experiment. You know, it's an experiment. It's like they're running experiments on the people that they're doing it to. You know, you're like a test subject. They want to see how much they can put. They want to see how much they can load on top of you before you snap, before you break, because believe me, man, a lot of targeted individuals, right? People who become targeted, let's just say, right? I can only imagine that a lot of these people ended up doing crazy shit. Not because they were actually crazy. It's just what they were going through slowly made them go crazy. And they went and did something crazy. And maybe that's what they want. They want you to do something crazy. They want you to kill someone. Kill yourself. Kill someone. Kill yourself. Kill a family member who you think is a fucking agent or some shit. Just snap. That's why it's important to stay sober. It's extremely important to stay sober-minded. Cause that alcohol, bro, the alcohol will fuck with you. I'm gonna say this, you know, the alcohol is a gateway. You know, it's a gateway drug. It's a drug when it comes down to it. It's more potent than cocaine if you really look at it on a physiological level. It can be more potent than cocaine. You know, people get addicted to that shit. People ruin their lives with alcohol, so clearly. But you have to be really careful. You know, if you do drink, I would stay away from hard liquor. There's a lot of shit you just can't be doing out here all willy-nilly as a targeted individual, man. And it's unfortunate, but it's the way that it is. You just can't. You can't live like everyone else, bro. And the quicker you can accept that, the easier it can make it, you know, the easier it can make it. But you have to accept that you can't just live like everyone else anymore, bro. It's not going to be like before. It never truly was, but it's not going to be like before where you could just go out and, you know, have fun. And nah, bro, because now you have that PTSD in your mind, like I said, bro, where you're just like, you're more suspicious of people, you know, you're more suspicious of people. You're more aware of people. And not just aware in the sense that you're aware, you know, like spatial awareness. You're just aware. You're much more vigilant. You don't let your guard down as much, and you shouldn't, because people can be used against you. People will be used against you, as a matter of fact. Your own family will be used against you when you're living this life as a quote-unquote TI, as a chosen one, and I used to, bro, I've questioned it for so much, and I still question it. Like, what even is that shit? What's chosen one? What's all that? What's targeted individual? Like, chosen one is nothing special. Chosen one is a curse. Chosen one is a curse. It's not a curse per se, but there's times where it really feels like a fucking curse. It's not, you don't want to be a chosen one, bro. You don't want to be a chosen one. You don't want to. You don't. Chosen one doesn't mean, oh, you know, you're like the celebrities. No, that's not what that means, bro. Chosen one means you have to go through the most. Yeah. Anyways, interruption, but it's all right. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, man. Just, you can't live like everyone else as a chosen one. I don't even want to believe I'm a chosen one. I still don't believe I'm a chosen one, but my life experiences have showed me that clearly I'm different. I'm different. Like, just the reactions I get from people, bro. It's that simple. Just the reactions I get from people for just being myself, for being the light version of myself, you know, for exuding it, for fucking. It's like people expect you to be dark like them, you know, and then they get overwhelmed by your light. They realize, oh shit, like this guy's got too much light. Like, it's kind of scary, so they back off. They don't know how to react to you, you know? And it's difficult to stifle that, you know? When you have that light, it's difficult to just shove it down, because it wants to come up. It's supposed to come up. So it's hard to, like, just, you know, pretend to be like, oh, I'm just like everyone else, you know? I'm like, I don't have it's difficult. It's difficult, bro. It's actually difficult. You know, and it's like you want to, it's like you want to express your light, you know, you want to be kind with people, you want to be loving with people like how you used to be. And you just can't. You can't be like you used to be. Yeah. Can't be like you used to be, because you just can't, man. I don't know. Just can't. Maybe you can. Maybe. But I think gangstalking just shows the worst. It showed me the worst nature in a human. It has showed me the worst nature in a human, you know, that humans are actually capable of such things, you know, because they know what they're doing, bro. These people who participate in your harassment, they know what they're doing. They know that it could potentially drive you to mental insanity, and they don't care. They don't give a shit. These people know what they're doing, bro. This whole idea that they don't know, they know, they're grown. They know exactly what they're doing when they fuck with you. When they do it on purpose to try to agitate you, get reactions out of you, get loose off of you. They know what they're doing, bro. These vessels, fuck the vessel. The spirit inside of them. They know what the fuck they're doing, bro. They're not stupid. They're not like children who don't know any better. Even though they act like it sometimes, they know what they're doing. Don't be fooled into thinking that they don't know what they're doing, bro. Like, nah. They know exactly what they're doing, bro. Their toxic ways, their toxicity, all the people they've stepped on the past, all the people they've fucked with in the past. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They're not dumb. They're not dumb, bro. And you shouldn't dim your light. It doesn't matter where you are, bro. I don't care if you're in a workplace where where it feels like everyone's against you, harassing you. You fucking stand tall regardless, bro. You stand tall regardless. You stand firm regardless. You don't give in regardless, because that's what they want. They want you down so that they can abuse you. Don't give them that chance. Don't give them that chance to abuse you and run you out of that place. Fuck all that shit, bro. You stand firm. They don't run that shit. They don't own that place. These people, it's like, they want to act like they own the place, you know? They want to act like they can just run people out of there. These people, man. These people, they want to act like you're just an easy target like the rest. Show them, bro. Show them, bro. Show them that you're not an easy target. That they're going to have to work very fucking hard to try to do to you what they've done to others. Show them, bro. Show them, bro. Mirror back to them. You know, mirror back to them their bullshit. Do it every day. Make them go insane for trying to make you go insane. It's like you're gonna go insane trying to fuck with me, bro. You want to make me insane, you're gonna go insane trying to make me insane. It's gonna backfire on you. That's what these people don't get, bro, is that there's spiritual levels to this shit. And I know because I've seen it. With my own, I've seen it, I've heard about it, and I believe it. It backfires, bro. It backfires on them. Tough. They're digging their own grave. Like on a certain level, you don't even have to fight back, bro. You just have to stand tall. That's all you have to do. You don't have to fight back. You don't have to hurl words back at them. All you got to do is just stand tall. And stand firm. And whatever witchcraft they try sending your way, whatever witchiness they try sending your way, whatever negativity they try sending your way, you stand firm, bro. You absorb it, but you don't let it affect you. You know, pride comes before the fall, bro. Pride comes before the fall. It's only a matter of time before these people fall. So you stand tall, bro. And give yourself reasons to stand tall. You know, take care of your body. Empower yourself through meditation, through exercise. You know, pick up a martial art. You know, learn how to fight a little bit. You know, learn how to. And it's not about physically fighting. That's what I just said. You don't have to even know how to physically fight, bro. I would recommend taking care of your body. Just take care of your body. You don't have to fight because you know what? The divine, the most high source, God, whatever you want to call it, is going to protect you. All you got to do is stand tall and let the rest do and let it all happen on its own, bro. I know because I've seen it too. Like people come into the workplace. People come into the workplace thinking they're gonna fuck with me. I stand tall. I stand on toes. I stand firm on my feet. Even when my feet hurt, I still stand firm. I keep my head high. I keep my chin high. Not in a fucking arrogant way, just in a way letting them know, like, you're not gonna fuck with me. You're not gonna bully me. I don't care what they told you. I don't care if you're part of the harassment or you're not. But you see me, you see my light, and you think you're going to bring me down, and I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you. And I've seen these people, you know, they end up getting, some of them, you know, they just end up leaving they don't even get fired. They just quit. You know, they quit, or they do get fired. They either quit or they get fired. You know, because I'm telling you, that shit backfires on you, bro. You know, they get uncomfortable when they realize, oh, you're not easy prey. I'm not gonna be able to just fuck with you like that. Like, you're actually gonna mirror back to me the bullshit that I be on. And they can't handle that, bro. So they quit. They quit or they get fired. You have to act like an equalizer in these environments. You know? You have to act like an equalizer where whatever, nah, bro, you have to act like an equalizer, for real, though. For real. It's just funny, bro. These people come into these workplaces and they think they own that bitch. They think they, you know, even the gyms, you know, you go to a gym, people think they own that bitch. It's so toxic, bro, these environments, bro, because you go in there just wanting to work and people immediately, it's like the new person, right? The new person always gets targeted, but it's even worse if you're chosen. It's even worse if you're chosen. You get targeted even harder. You know? It's just hella toxic, bro. But on a spiritual level, you can actually do a lot of fucking work in these environments just by being you. Just by standing tall and being you. For real, for real. They made us think that, it's like they make us think we're so weak that we can't have an effect on our environment. But the truth is, we're so strong, bro. We're so powerful. And when we step into that power, when you step into that power, you realize that, oh shit, I actually have a lot of control over my environment. I have a lot more control than I've been told. I have a lot more control over my reality than I was told. They want to make you feel like you're powerless and you have no control. Gangstalking is part of that. They want to make you feel like you have no control over anything. You know, strip you of your inner power, strip you of your inner knowing, your intuition, your gut instinct, your discernment. But you're fucking powerful as fuck. Otherwise, why would they be fucking with you the way they're fucking with you? Because they see that you're powerful as fuck and they don't even want you to know that yourself. They won't tell you. They won't tell you. So you stand tall, bro. It's that simple. Short or tall. I don't care. It doesn't matter, bro. It's the inner light. It's the inner light. You stand tall regardless, bro. You stand tall. You stand on toes when you stand on toes when you have to. With respect. But stand tall. Fuck all that shit, bro. Don't let these people bully you. Don't let these people make you think you're easy prey. See through them. See through them, bro. That's all you got to do is just stand tall and see through them and be firm. If you got to say something back, say it with firmness. Say it with bass in your voice. You know what I mean? You have a voice for a reason, bro. You have a voice chakra for a reason. They gave it. You have a voice for a reason. It's to use it when necessary, bro. It's to use it when necessary. Don't let them make you think that you're weak and powerless and you're just not, bro, because you're not. It's just about finding it within you, bro. And I know that sounds like kind of cringe, you know, but it really is. That's part of it, bro. It's just you got to find that shit within you. You got to dig a little deeper and find that fucking power inside of you. And when you find it, don't be afraid of it, because it can be overwhelming too. It can be overwhelming when you feel so empowered and you're like, oh shit, like this is unnatural. Like I shouldn't feel this, but nah, you should. Most people, like I said, bro, are operating in disempowerment. It's why they become narcissists, bro. It's why they become these fucking parasitic little energy vampires that just want to feed off whatever they can find. Because they have no power on the inside. Doesn't matter how much they posture on the fucking outside, bro. They have no inner light. They don't have inner knowing. They don't have intuition. They fucking little fucking posture motherfuckers. And like I said, bro, they're not gonna run me out of nowhere that I go to. I will stay until I feel like I have to go. Then I'll go, but I go on my terms. Other than that, I fucking stay. I don't care, bro. If you think you're gonna fucking run me out of that bitch, you're gonna be battling every day. And you're not fucking fighting against something normal, bro. You're not fighting against no fucking ordinary little person that can just fucking, you can just bully and shit. That's not gonna be me. That's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna let that happen. No, no, sir. Whether you're part of the harassment or not, I don't care. I'm gonna let you know every fucking day that, hey, you're not fucking with me. I'm not fucking with you. Not playing that little witchy shit with you. They want you to like be afraid, bro. They're always searching for like a vulnerability or some shit, these people, bro. Don't show them shit. Don't show them anything, bro. It's that shadow. Don't be afraid of your shadow. Don't be afraid of your anger. Don't be afraid of that rage. That ability to fucking fight. That warrior inside of you. They want to strip you of that shit, of your backbone. All that shit. Be on their ass. Be on their ass if you have to be on their ass, bro. Eyes in the back of your head and whatnot, bro. Because they're watching you, like I said, bro. They're always watching you. These motherfuckers are fucking just cowards, bro. Want to try to like boss you around, bring you to a point of exhaustion, bro. Try to see how much they can push you. No, you push back. Energetically speaking, push back. Sometimes you don't even have to say a word. All you got to do is stand tall. You don't have to say a single word. Sometimes you don't have to say a single word, bro. All you got to do is stand tall. That's it. Stand tall. Stand tall with awareness. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Don't cower. Don't shy. Don't look down. Nah, don't do that. No. No, sir, bro. Fuck all that shit. Especially when you're a TI. Because you better believe a good chunk of the people in your workplace, bro, are harassers. They're potential harassers. People who are on a spiritual level and on a physical level sent to you to fuck with you. No doubt about it. I've already experienced it at my job. But like I said, they don't know what they're fucking with, bro. They don't know they're fucking with a spiritual warrior, and they don't know what they got. You have to understand, bro, that there's some people out here who have a fucking army behind them. Like on a spiritual level, there are people, folks out here who you see, oh, they're just meek and they're like, oh, easy prey, like on the outside, but you don't know what they got behind them, bro. They got spiritual armies behind them. They have spiritual alliances behind them. They got ancestral warriors behind them. So you don't really know what you're fucking with, bro. You think you're fucking with this person and you're going to bully them. Little do you know, now all of a sudden you lose everything. Now your health goes to shit. You get cancer or something. It works like that, bro. It can work like that. All that negativity you sent to this person, it all just backfires on you. Now you're getting that shit 10 times back. For fucking with the wrong person, bro. On a spiritual level, for fucking with the wrong person. So you don't have to do anything physically, man. When it comes down to it, you don't have to do shit physically speaking. You just have to stand tall and stand in inner knowing. Know that you have spiritual protection behind you always. And connect to that shit always. Stay in touch with your protection every day. Every single day, bro. Just by acknowledging it. Just by acknowledging that protection. That you are protected. And then you just walk in spirit. They don't want you walking in spirit like that, bro. They want you walking like a weak little bitch. And I know that sounds fucked, bro, but that's how they want you walking. They want you walking like a weak little bitch who's just gonna put up with everything. Who's literally just gonna put up with everything. You're just gonna put up with everything and you're never gonna say nothing back. Nah. Walking with your head down. Nah, bro. It's not arrogance if you're walking in the spirit. It's only arrogance if it's like you're trying to actually like put others down. That's when it becomes arrogance and narcissistic. But it's not narcissistic if you're just confident. If you're just confident because of the spirit. Right? Your confidence because of what your spirit is tapped into. Everything you do it in spirit. Everything you do it through spirit. Everything you do. Doesn't matter what it is. Everything, bro. But look, I'm gonna finish the video off there. Because I gotta go eat breakfast. I gotta get some food into my system. And yeah, so just stand tall, bro. If you're targeted, think of it like a boxing fight. It's a boxing fight. It's a boxing fight, and you're fucking Rocky. You know, you're down and out, and they think you're down and out, but you get up every single fucking time. Every single fucking time, like Rocky, bro. Literally like fucking Rocky. Every single time. You're unbreakable. Become unbreakable. Even when you break, you still fucking come back. Come back even stronger. Nothing wrong with being empowered. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with walking in spirit. They hate that shit, these fucking narcissists, bro. These fucking parasites. They hate when you walk in power because they can't. They literally cannot. They can just posture. Be all fucking arrogant. But anyways, look, I'm going to finish the video off there. And look, a little arrogance never hurts. I'm going to finish it on that, okay? Learn to humble yourself. I will say that because if you don't humble yourself, someone else will. Someone else will, something else will. So I'm not saying be cocky, but all I'm saying is a little arrogance never hurts. You know, especially when you know what's behind you, when you know who you are on a spiritual level. and you truly fucking believe that shit. And belief is not nonsense, bro. Belief literally powers you on a fucking biological level. Your belief literally affects your mitochondria, bro. It literally does. The beliefs that you carry have a direct effect on the mitochondria, on the cells in your body, bro. You can empower yourself just through fucking beliefs and reaffirming those beliefs through action and words every day, literally. But you have to do it. But anyways, look, yeah, I'm gonna finish the video, and yeah, stay strong. Peace.